wanna stay here with you. You are a ranger, so I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky one. 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 I am a lucky one.
SPD, welcome to the show for everyone. This is Extra Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makurdi. Today is Wednesday, the 18th of December 2024, and by this time next week, let me check the calendar to be sure. Yes, next Wednesday is Christmas Day.
Okay.
So it's exactly 1 week, if you like, to Christmas. And we promised to bring in market report here on Extra Speed, and we're here. And we'll give you time to call at some point. We are streaming live on Facebook, and immediately after the show, we'll be on YouTube. So it will be on YouTube. But in the meantime, you can listen at askingradio.com, or if you have the Radio Garden app or TuneIn Radio app, you can listen to us online as well, and on the mobile app. Okay, so is Extra Speed with King James YiYE together with,
Mmemshima King.
that's my wife.
Atsea Terhile Thaddeus.
Say your name again.
Atsea Terhile Thaddeus.
Okay, so we promised bringing market report, and here we are with it. The cost of Christmas was what we did the other day. That was a Monday. Yesterday I asked people what they are going to have, and a lot of good things came on. Mrs. Adeja was my star contributor.
Okay.
Yeah, she said, okay, when it's Christmas time, my husband calls the kids together and says, Christmas or school fees?
Yeah. Choose one.
Choose one. And the kids always go for school fees. So
that's
whatever
nice.
they have, they have. So the cost of Christmas, time is approaching, 1 week if you like, and things are going up. We don't have Black Friday sales. We don't have Cyber Monday sales and all of that. I think online marketers are trying to bring that, but I don't think it really works here because everything goes up. So market report on Extra Speed, and you guys, Alamashaguribi team, went out, to ask people in the market what's going on. So we'll be listening and analyzing this, but you can call 08084 275464. That's 08084 275464. If you would prefer to call us on WhatsApp, is 0902 1275464. Now there is something consistent with our numbers. 275464 simply means asking. So when we call in the numbers, pay attention to the first 5 digits. For calls, 08084, and for WhatsApp calls, 09021. Then the rest is asking, 275464. Market report on 98.5 Speed FM. Let's go to Alamashaguribi team.
Okay.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
How much is the price of rice per bag now?
Okay, which kind of rice do you ask? Is it the foreign one or the local one? Because
Both foreign and local.
okay, the Nigeria Stomprey, that we call it Stomprey, we are selling it 95,000 naira. Why the foreign rice? The one that we are importing, that we are selling to 125,000 naira.
So how much last year during Christmas period?
Okay, the festival time last year, I thought that we are selling rice 65,000 naira. And there is some other one which we are selling like the local production that we are selling it 55,000 naira. So the difference is not much like other one.
Yes, sir. So how much are you selling per custard?
Per Costa, for the local production, we are selling it 6,500 naira. While the Stonebridge, we are selling it 9,000 naira.
So what about Mudu?
Modu, we are selling the local one 2,200. While the Stonebridge is 3,000 naira. Last year, we are selling the Stonebridge 1,500. While the local production is 850 naira.
Were you able to write it down?
Well, a few, but when I had the 1,000,
yeah.
1,000 what again?
1,800.
1,800. I was like,
Yeah, because I was
can you
referring to
imagine?
the person who interviewed him. Okay, so what? Let's try to see what you wrote down. What did you write?
He said that's
Stone free.
stone free.
Oh, should we listen again?
Okay.
Let's listen to him
Okay.
again. And if you are listening to us, try to also listen carefully and we'll
the
try
price.
to, compare the prices last year and this year for rice. So you first asked him how much for rice, and he's asking you what kind of rice. Okay, let's hear him.
How much is the price of rice per bag now?
Okay, which kind of rice do you ask? Is it the foreign one or be the local one? Because
Both foreign and local.
okay, the Nigeria Stonebridge, that we call it Stonebridge, we are selling it 95,000 naira. Why the foreign rice, the one that we are importing, that we are selling to 125,000 naira.
So how much last year during Christmas period?
Okay, the festival time last year, I thought that we are selling rice 65,000 naira. And there is some other one which we are selling like the local production, that we are selling it 55,000 naira. So the difference is not much like other one.
Yes, sir. So how much are you selling per custard?
Per Costa, for the local production, we are selling it 6,500 naira. While the Stonebridge, we are selling it 9,000 naira.
So what about Mudu?
Modu, we are selling the local one 2,200. While the Stonebridge is 3,000 naira. Last year, we are selling the Stonebridge 1,500. While the local production is 850 naira.
Okay, so it's clear now, isn't it? It's clear
Wow.
now. So he's saying that stone free, which is Nigerian stone free, last year, now they're selling it 95,000. Foreign rice, okay, let's side by side. Stone free this year 95,000. Last year 55.
Yes.
That's a difference of 40,000 naira
Yes,
per bag.
yes.
40,000 addition.
I'm telling you.
Then foreign 125. Last year 65.
5.
That is also nearly 100% increase. That's about 95% to even 97% increase.
Yeah.
Which is nearly double the price. Just 5K, it would have been double the price
Exactly.
of bag last year. Then for custard, he says it's 6.5
That's for the local.
local. Then stone free, he says is 9K. Now stone free last year was 1.5.
As in,
Wow.
So stone free custard last year was 1.5 and this year 9,000. That is
Yeah.
also 3 times the cost.
yeah.
Wow. That's rice alone. We have not even moved, and
I'm
my body is
telling
weak.
you. Yeah, it's
because
such a
rice is the
major
most consumed
thing
food.
during this festive period. Even aside from this festive period too.
Wow.
For school runs and other things, it's mostly rice.
Yeah.
So
Wow,
how do
wow,
we
wow.
deal with how do we deal with this now?
Because custard 6.5. If you want to eat stones for Christmas. But if you are relatively sure that it's stone free, they say stone free, but it may not be stone free necessarily.
would be little.
That one is 9.5. So for a family of 10, no. So custard, will it be enough for a family?
It custard, it can be.
What about visitors?
Well, it just depends on how you portion the food. You don't need to pack much. Yeah, you just maybe just a scoop.
So by the
that's
Christmas,
it.
people need to eat much.
No. During Christmas, people eat a lot.
Okay, so you can call now and tell us. You've heard the cost of rice. If you're still preparing, expecting your salaries maybe in 4 days' time, and you want to buy rice, that is how it is now in the market. Relatively, that is the average price. It was just one market we went to, so stone free 95K, foreign rice per bag 125 100,000.
Yeah.
Last year it was 65. Now 125.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Local with stones was 55k.
No, wow.
Let me just say with stones, but they are saying stone free. So you can call now 08084275464. So let's talk about rice. What do you think?
Well, for me, just as our callers they've been saying, you can have an alternative. You mustn't kill yourself to buy rice. Even if you decide to buy a bag, maybe 50 kg, you can just like
This
share.
is 50 kg we are talking about here.
Yeah,
Is that
well,
expensive?
It's expensive, but we can just like share. It's better. Or for those that they contribute, maybe you contribute and just buy a bag and
I see.
normal share it instead of you going all out alone to stress yourself with that.
I see. 08084275464. We're bringing you market report for Christmas, and on Facebook you too can contribute. Idea James Tekula says, I'm watching from Benue State University Teaching Hospital. Have you gone to the market yet, Adia? Tell us. We have a call here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mmemshima King and King himself.
Morning. Sounds
Yeah, compliments of the season. My name is Dennis Ihara.
Thank you, Dennis. I'm here.
Yeah, the issue is this. I think with the present administration of Tinubu, taking off subsidy in most of the things, the reality has come home to roost.
Yeah.
We are. The world over, things are expensive. The only problem with Nigeria is that the payment here is very poor. That's the truth. We have to be very, very honest with that. Even if you're talking about 70,000 minimum wage, supposing that person is just a level 1 to 3, 4 officer,
Yeah.
it means his salary will not be up to 100,000. And just a wife and 2 kids, that makes it 4 people.
Yeah.
The economic reality is that money cannot even be able to sustain you for 1 week. So it's just the grace of God. But my advice to people is that I think people have to just devise a lot of means of trying to look for money, and that's just the truth. We have to continue to look for money, and for our kids that are just coming up, we should try to train them to have some kind of vocational skills. Because the truth of the matter is that things will never go back to the way they used to be. And it's the reality. Nigerians have always been living off corruption.
Yeah.
And I will explain.
Yeah, go on.
Let me juxtapose the meaning of corruption. But somebody wakes up, goes to an elected member, and expecting the person to give him money.
Yeah.
For just visiting, no, for you are our representative. This norm, I voted for the governor, I voted for a lot of people who are into offices. I've never been to their places. It's not as if I don't have needs. I do. So, but if everybody is going that only because I voted you should give me something, at the end of the day, those people will not even have anything to eat themselves.
Yeah.
So people will just have to look at the reality of what we have found ourselves, that you just have to think out of the box.
Right.
You are working, you can actually go, maybe if you have a place to go and farm small things, you add to what you're doing. Otherwise, it is really, really so bad. Okay, rice. Now, if you are having a family of, let's say, 4, and you buy a paint rubber, it's not enough.
Yeah,
Because this is the time that you are supposed to also give your neighbors food. So even if you buy 2, it's still you're just managing, and then New Year is by the corner. So
and school fees.
my own advice to the people, and school fees. And my advice is that people should actually think out of the box and think of how to augment their income, because we are really, really in a situation where what you're just earning will never be enough unless you think out of the box.
That's true.
Thank you for bringing the market survey to people. It's a reality. Even me, I have not had price, but I'm hoping that I could just At least I farm rice, so I can meal one person and then detone it and then see how I can eat it with my family.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you. All right. It's Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can. And of course, it's Extra Speed. King James YiYE here together with
Mmemshima King.
Atsea Terhile Thaddeus.
Right. Okay, so we are here and we are doing Extra Speed. And it's Market Report. That's what we're bringing to you on 98.5 Speed FM. So you can call 08084 275464. That's 08084 275464. And just share on the market reports that we are bringing to you. Okay, so let's go on to Alamashagodobi team, find out more.
All right.
No say cow they tie by tie. You understand? Well? Biggest cow they sell at 1 pound something. So the normal size they sell at like 800, 700. So that the normal size by now be that. So now it's you go figure it for your car we need. But less than that, you know, go figure what you want. That's why, yeah.
So it's like there's no like 100,000 naira one.
No. 100,000 for car is not there now.
How much last year?
Last year, car we they buy 100,000. Now they buy the budget 1 point something now.
What about the piece of a cow last year?
Piece, yeah. Piece last year they cut 1,500. They cut. But now from cutting 100 naira to 200, 500, so 1,000. That's the piece that the amount now from 1,000 above go up.
Wow. Okay. So you were asking him if you want to cut a piece of meat, right?
Yeah.
And he is saying that last year it was up to 100, 200, but now it's from 1,000.
No, it was 15. Yeah.
15 naira last year.
Yeah.
Now to cut a piece,
Yes,
1,000.
200 naira.
Yeah.
You made a mistake by saying that 100 naira.
No, it was last year.
Rectify it by saying that 200 and above.
This
When
year,
he mentioned
this year.
mentioned 1,000 a piece.
1,000
Yeah.
naira. Mm.
And then there is something he said that a cow, he
Of
laughed
a
at
hun-
him
Yes.
for 100,000.
Yes.
But last year it was 100,000. So the one of 100,000
Now
last
one
year.
point something.
Something.
Wow. That's times 10.
Wow.
I'm speechless.
I am as well
I'm
because
speechless.
because I'm just wondering, even if you do BAM and well,
That's what I was saying the other
yeah,
time.
to BAM.
Yeah, even if you do BAM and your expectations, in fact, your budget that you're having is not what
Yeah.
you're going to meet when you go to the market.
Yeah.
It's going to be something else. So what would you do at that point?
Wow.
You know, and there was something that Dennis said, that's our caller.
Yeah.
He said something about giving to your neighbors during this season. I'm not against it, but we all know the situation in this country. So
Yeah.
I just feel that we Nigerians, we don't like adjusting. No matter how difficult things are, we still strive to be who we are. We cannot adjust and be like, okay, no, everybody knows the situation now. So everybody has to eat, just me and my family, and not think about any other person again. But we don't do that. So we still put that burden back on ourselves again. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, King James YiYE, Mmemshima King, and the other person. I mean, this is AG, that's what they are calling for Makurdi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sunday.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Compliment
Welcome.
to
Yeah.
us.
My take is God has given us the ability of adaptation in whatever situation. The animal called chameleon, if you go to any environment, it changes skin to that environment. God has given us the ability to adapt. So whatever situation, I think human beings are resilient. Why must I go and buy a car when you can keep native fowls in his house over the years? And you just, at the time of the year, you just kill one and enjoy your life.
Wow.
So it's just about adaptation. There's no do or die about anything. If you eat meat or don't eat meat, you still survive. You can eat vegetable. It even be a better kind of vegetable protein is even better than animal protein, they say. So that is how it is. Like I say, commit to just, you look at your life and you begin to adapt and you are good to go.
Yeah,
Don't
so-
be like the other person. If you want to be like the other person, you are no longer original. You'll be a photocopy. Be yourself anytime, any day.
So before you called, Mmemshima was trying to say that people should stay at home and not come and worry others about. Do you think we should prepare for this?
Like what?
I mean, coming to your house for Christmas. You know, are you budgeting for visitors, or we should learn to budget for our families alone?
Yeah, really. You see, visiting others doesn't necessarily mean you are going to eat. You know, socialization is important. You can even come and visit somebody you have seen for a long time. You talk together and discuss issues. It's part of life. Why do people go to the villages? You see people that you have not seen for a long time. You discuss issues. That alone keeps life going. Life is not just about eating. Seriously, it's not just about eating. It's about socialization, discussion, and the rest. And you see yourself becoming healthier by the day.
That's true. Thank you.
Yeah, that's my thing. So we can visit. You can visit KiNG JAMES YiYE. You are free to visit my house during Christmas.
No problem. You will see us. we have 6 children, though.
I'm not perturbed by any number of children.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much. Happy nice day.
You're welcome. So just imagine our family, 8 of us, going to visit someone. Wow, we're going to finish that food.
Yeah, you will just be trembling when you see us.
We're going to finish your food.
I'm telling you.
It's xTRa Speed, and we're bringing you market reports as we count down to Christmas. 7 days, if you like. You can say 6 because next Wednesday is Christmas.
Yeah.
And those shopping stop before Christmas. The people buy till 24th?
They even buy even on that
Christmas
day.
Day?
Yes, they do.
What are you going to buy on
Well,
Christmas
I don't
to do?
know. I don't know, but we just find ourselves in the market.
So back to cow. Last year, a cow of 100K, this man says is like
1 point something.
1 point something. That's serious. Okay, so it's xTRa Speed, and you can call 08084 275464.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are we doing?
We did fine, no. Your name and where you're calling from?
And me, I call from overseas, not Vancouver.
Okay.
How you people in overseas?
My name, man, Emeka.
That's
Emeka
right.
Nyok from North Bank.
Yeah.
Emeka is going to tell us about rice. Yeah, go on.
Yes. What I'm trying to say is that at this particular time, every one of us should join hands together to celebrate this Christmas with the fear of God in us. And as a businessman, I should be thinking on how to sell moderately according to the will of God, not trying to trying to cheat people at this particular time. I should be one of those who will be selling if I make sure that I get my personal capital and small gain. It should not be the time that I will go and sell rice at the end of the day. Then I try to get more money, and other people are dying because I have exploited them. So to me, I believe that if other traders can do the same thing, it will help us at this particular time.
Emeka, how much are you selling your rice now? About 50 kg.
We are right away now. We are considering the actual thing that is going, but a movie is 2,000 naira. A movie is 2,000 naira.
Zero code, like.
So we are trying to make sure that other things also will make it in a way that everybody will get it at a cheaper price.
Okay.
I think you understand me. Not allowing people to suffer at this particular time. So if other people can do the same thing, it will be better. Like those who sell oil should also sell oil, original oil, not the adulterated one, not the colored one. I think at this particular time, if you watch, many people are sick today having eye problem. Is because oils are being adulterated. And so many things are going on.
Okay, so Emeka, let's go back to rice. The rice, is there fake rice? Is there rice that can be bad on the market?
Yes. There are some rice. Sometimes somebody will tell you that this rice is very good. And when you get into it, it is not good for that.
So how do I know? How can somebody know rice that is not good?
You can know, maybe, even if you don't know instantly, I think you understand me. When you get to the house and you discover it, the whole thing you have to do is to return back to the person and tell the person what you sold to me is not good. And I don't want it. Some people will tell you that my rice is, there are no stones inside. And at the end of the day, when you go back to cook, you discover stones. You come back to the person and tell the person, this rice, why did you send me stone, the rice that you told me that have no stones, and now I got stones? All these things, when you tell those people, they will understand and do the needful.
All right.
So I believe within this time, I think why Christ was born is for us to repent from our sins and do the needful. And I believe that you who is selling, you should sell the right so that you can make revenue.
Okay,
And
thank you.
You who is consuming, you should consume moderately
To make
so that
heaven.
you don't commit more sin.
Thank
so thank
you.
you very much.
Thank
God
you,
bless
Emeka.
Speed FM. As you continue speed, we are not going to crash during this festivity time. We are
Amen.
going to move ahead. Thank you very much. God
Thank
bless
you,
you.
Emeka. All right, so return policy for any item you buy in Nigeria. Emeka is easily saying that if you buy rice and you discover stones, you should take it back. I don't think anybody is going to collect it. They may even tell you went to pack stones to put in the bag, and that's not their rice.
Exactly.
It's difficult.
It's
So
very
if there
difficult.
is any way that people can actually know there are stones, because I know there was a time that you test those things. There's a device, a pointed device that you just pinch on the bag, and then you see a sample of what you're buying. I don't know if that applies. It's extra speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we bringing you market reports as we count down to Christmas. Okay, so back to the market, and we hear from this one.
How much is the cost of pepe per custard now?
5,000 naira.
How much last year?
1,700.
Ordinary pepper.
So pepe was
Wow.
5,000. Pepe is 5,000 naira now,
naira,
right?
yes.
So last year, that's for custard. Last year she says 1,700, meaning that it could be between 1,500 and 1,700, or ranging
Yeah,
from
yeah.
1,500 to 1,700.
Exactly.
So that is also more than 3 times, because 3 times it would have been 4,500 plus another 500. That's for pepe. So it happens every December. I think most December 25 or most Decembers, it happens like this. And that's where people think Christmas is coming as a surprise, or they are not prepared.
They are
Because
not
even when you
prepared.
do,
The prices
go
of the
back to what
markets.
Dennis said. He's analyzing minimum wage and saying that even if you have between level 1 and 3, if you have 70K, it means your salary is less than 100.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is, if you compare the items that you need to buy for Christmas
It's above.
with a family of, how just about 3 alone, he's telling us that, analyzed and rightly so, that it won't even take you anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
So his
There's no
suggestion
way.
is that people should try to
Think out of the box.
exactly. So enroll your kids in these vocations and all of that.
Yeah.
So well, it simply means handwork is
It's
the
very
main
important.
thing. Is the main thing, because how many are going to make Christmas hair. We see a lot of girls flying on bikes and they have their Christmas hair made.
Really?
Yeah, meaning that if you just say they are making hair, you are really going to just make your money off them. It's extra speed. We're bringing you market report, and we go back to Alamashagodobi team and hear from the chicken girl.
How much is the price of this chicken now?
15,000.
How much last year during Christmas period?
I think it's 5,000.
She doesn't even want to say 15,000 now.
She's
I think it's good.
Yeah, 15,000 now
Scared, yes.
and 5 last year.
Last year.
So if you see the trend, what is like a trend is like tripling the cost
Yeah.
of things.
Yes.
Yeah.
5,000 naira chicken last year.
15,000 naira.
Was the chicken big?
Like, not big enough.
Not big enough. For
Yeah.
how many people do you think? For a family of how many?
Well, if I'm wrong, like 30 people, they will be able to
How
manage.
many people?
30.
3. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
they'll be able to
3.
manage.
3 people will be able to manage
Yes,
it.
chicken
manage.
of 15,000.
Yeah.
So I think they should buy a fishy.
Ooh.
Okay, it's extra speed. So let's listen to the goat buyer,
Okay.
and we will be back here.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
I just go to like this now. I'm pricing it to the time is start 5,000 naira for. But I give it the 230 ma they refuse to give me.
How much last year during Christmas period?
Last year I bought the one bigger than this one last year, ma 15,000 naira. This year look at this small one, ma they even give me 35,000.
Okay, so
Wow.
yeah, Mensch, what do you have to say?
Well, it's difficult, but I feel okay, it's so difficult now for me to place my head around it because I wonder why people are adding cost to these things. I also feel that as Nigerians, we are very strong. And so, during this administration, prices were going up and we were still affording it as Nigerians. So I feel they are using that as an advantage to hike prices of things in the market.
Well, I don't know. No.
I
I can't say I'm not a marketer. I don't know because if you say that, sometimes it cuts across. But, few things from Dennis and Engineer Sunday Akpa that we can adapt to situations. Engineer Akpa gave the instance of a chameleon that changes colors in an environment. So yes, Nigerians can adapt. But if you talk of fuel subsidy now, and these marketers are telling you that when they go to buy certain things, it's like this, that way you are not going there with them, so you don't know. So I don't want to believe that they're just adding those prices.
If you say
Even if no, they can't just sit and add. I'm not speaking for them, but I think they have their reasons. Money has been increased as well. So sometimes money is added minimum wage, but when you take it to the market, it doesn't have value for you. The question now is the choices you are left with. Jinakpa is talking of a chicken. So last year, if you knew things, it wasn't any better last year. The only difference is, yes, we're hearing that chicken 5,000 now. I'm not seeing the size, but the size that she is sure it was 5,000 is now 15. Yes. This man, let's not forget this man. Listen to him again, because this way where he went to buy a goat.
I just go to like this now. I'm pricing it to the time is start 5,000 naira for. But I give it the 230 ma they refuse to give me.
How much last year during Christmas period?
Last year I bought the one bigger than this one last year, ma 15,000 naira. This year look at this small one, ma they even give me 35,000.
Okay, so that's the goat 35. He's giving them 30. They're refusing, but he's saying he bought something even 15. Bigger.
Yeah.
Then
so
what
it
bigger
seems
than
like
what? Yeah, bigger
that
than
one.
what
That
he's
one is
buying
like
now.
that tata.
Well, that's can you imagine? So it was a small goat.
Yeah.
That's the one in the market that you saw. It
Yeah,
was
the
small.
one this man
The
is
one
talking
of
about.
last year was bigger than
than that
what?
one.
Yeah, but it was for
so the
15,000
size that this man is talking of 35. Tatavi, meaning country hard.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is those little kids that are still sucking is that size.
Yes.
That is where he's saying he's even giving them 30 and they are refusing. But what he bought at 15,000 last year was bigger
than that.
Perhaps now, if this person is not the people selling, if they are not goat marketers that are going to buy, if they raised the goats, maybe that's where you want to ask them, what are they feeding the goats with? Perhaps if you take it from the house. But again, they will tell you taxes from a lot of the illegal taxes. It's illegal in Benue now, so people should watch out to report. So he really wants to get that goat, and it's a small goat. And maybe he wants to go and give his mother-in-law. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been insisting of getting a goat that he's given 30,000 and last year 15. Okay, so you can call us now 08084275464. That's 08084275464. It's market report on extra speed and 7 days to Christmas, if you like, and we're just trying to keep you up to speed with what's happening around you.
7 days to Christmas.
Yeah, 7 days to Christmas, and keeping you up to speed with what's happening around your market. Okay, so we go back to Alamashagodobi team.
Okay.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
How much are you selling the bottle of palm oil?
Now, oil 1,800.
How much last year?
1 2.
What about granite oil?
A bottle 2,800 now.
Then
1,500.
Wow. So for the palm oil, for oil you can say the price is, the addition is not much.
Yeah.
So this year a bottle of palm oil, she is selling at what, 1,800. Last year 1,200.
Is it drum oil?
No. What did you say?
Drum oil.
What else? What do you think is handmade?
No. I was thinking maybe it's this kind of oil that we buy in the market.
But of course, he's coming from a market, so it's not a home. So it simply means it's oil in the market.
Yeah.
Or are you thinking it's too cheap?
No. It's expensive.
Exactly.
It's expensive.
So that's that for oil. Now these are essential ingredients that people need to use this time. You have an idea if you can have an alternative, very well. So for coloring, if oil is just about coloring, and they use turmeric, and what do you use?
Turmeric. Basically it's turmeric you use.
Okay, so King James YiYE here together with
Mmemshima King.
Atsea Terhile Thaddeus.
Let's go back to the market and hear from more people.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
how much is the cost of onion per bag now?
Now, we say 280 bags. It cost us 120 last year.
280,000 a bag. Last year 120.
Wow.
So that's nearly times 3 again, because 280,000 naira per bag. So that's why they're calling it king, right?
Queen. Yeah, she's the queen.
Oh, onion
she's
is
the
a queen.
Yeah.
So
all is the king.
I see. So when people are thinking that they must have onions, it's a tradition that you must have onions.
Yeah.
Your rice.
Yeah.
So if a bag is 280,000, it means, from what I'm seeing on social media,
there's no 200 naira one now.
No, you can't. I doubt, because a bag contains how many? So if you begin to put out 200, it's really going to be terrible. So for them buying and selling, that's what it is. 08084275464. That's 08084275468. I'm mixing the new number and the old one now. 08084275464. That's 08084275464. And on Facebook, you can send your comments as well. You can contribute here and tell us what you plan to do if Christmas is this expensive. Is it Christmas that is expensive? Yeah, cost of life.
Cost of things.
So if you want to have an alternative, you can tell us. For instance, we just told you the cost of onions.
Yeah.
We know that you're not going to buy a bag. But of course, from bag is what determines the size they're going to give you and how much they're going to take from you. So you can tell other people if they should have other alternatives in cooking, right?
Or come together and get a bag.
Well, hopefully. 08084275464. The line is open now. You can call. So let's go back to Alamashagodobi while people are there to call if the call comes in. Before then, let's hear from this one.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
How much are you selling beans per custard or mudu?
Mudu is 2,000, custard is 6,000.
How much last year?
Last year, beans is 3,000 mudu. Custard, we even say 8,000, 9,000.
So she's mixing it up, right?
Yeah.
So she has mixed up the cost of this year with the cost of last
year.
So because from what she's saying, it looks like it's more expensive now. So it's a mix-up, right? So it's like she started with last year before this year, but she mixes it up.
Yeah.
So what is the increment? Let's listen again. So let's put it.
2,000.
Let's just reverse.
Okay.
How much are you selling beans per custard or mudu?
Mudu is 2,000, custard is 6,000.
How much last year?
Last year, beans is 3,000 mudu. Custard, we even say 8,000, 9,000.
All right. So so no much increment.
No. That's why I said 2,000 naira
difference.
Yes,
That is still much.
Because last year it was 6,000 naira for a custard, while this year she said 9,000 naira for a custard.
So it's 2,000-3,000 naira
Yes.
difference, but that is huge as well because that's just a mudu, and if you have a family,
A custard.
Okay,
A
that's a
mudu
custard.
is 3,000 now. Last year it was 2,000 naira.
That's
So,
1,000 naira increment.
Increment, yes.
Yeah, but if you have any need to buy more than one, so the money keeps adding.
It
So
does.
you just look at how much you used last year, and then you compare to what you have,
This
to use to spend this year. It's
that's
really
true.
high. Okay, 08084275464. And lastly, from Alamashagodobi team, let's hear from this woman.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
How much is the cost of Maggie now? Pay sachet, that big size.
It's 1,800.
So what about the small size?
It's 350. Last year, that big size was 700, 800.
So that has doubled.
800, yes.
It has doubled and slightly above. So it depends on who you are meeting.
Yeah.
Some people may sell
For the brand, that's Maggie.
Yeah,
Other
Maggi.
brands might be expensive.
Yeah,
you
like
know.
no.
Like no, it's expensive, yes.
So which is the cheapest
Is it
I
not
think
Maggi?
it's Maggie that is the cheapest.
on the market now?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
No, not between Maggie and no. With the other brands are there on the
And they
market.
have something chef and all of that, but I don't go for those, so I don't even know how much they are.
Okay. So now that we've heard from all of these market prices that we've got, at least we've heard from rice.
Yes.
It's like rice is way above everything.
Every
Rice,
other
no,
thing.
rice and cow.
Yes.
That was, so we have hit the price of
Even
rice.
chicken, please let's put it
Okay,
inside.
chicken is part of
Yes,
it.
it's part of
You know,
it.
it
too.
is necessary for us to put onion on it, and even onion.
Okay,
is
so everything.
expensive. Yeah.
So just everything is too high.
Yeah.
Now, like maybe beans is not relevant here. Do people use
because
beans?
it's not necessary.
Do people use beans for Christmas?
It depends on what you want. I can decide to do beans porridge on Christmas Day.
It's
but
not necessary for me to
It's
use.
not. The people that would use beans on Christmas Day, they are not much. It's just your personal decision and how you want to treat the Christmas. But majority of people, they go for rice during the.
So
Exactly.
they don't mix like the combination of rice and beans that everybody goes to buy at Mama Put and they ask for it. So when it comes to Christmas cooking, maybe not so many homes use beans. So it means beans should have not gone up. It hasn't gone up much. It has,
It has for me,
but not as much as rice.
Rice is just the.
Yeah, the thing.
It's just there.
100 and what? 25,000.
Yeah, 125,000 for foreign.
compared to last year's 65.
Yes.
Okay, so this rice that people are buying 50 kg, is it 70?
Yes, it depends. They have long grains, they have shorts, but the prices are different. They are not the same.
But that's
so-
Nigeria stone free. Supposedly stone free.
Yeah.
And that's what they're selling it. So
Yes.
foreign 125.
25, while the Nigerian stone free is 95,000 naira.
So what should people eat?
Well, it depends on what they want to eat. You know, most of our callers, they've brought up solutions, but it still depends on what we as individuals will want to do. Just as I keep on saying, we Nigerians, we are so strong. So in as much as things are expensive, you see us, we'll still pour enough oil, we'll still prepare enough rice, we'll still share with our neighbors as if nothing is happening. And that's Nigerian for you, actually.
Yeah, it depends on how you are fit
Mm.
to do.
Extra speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can. So we Alamashagodobe team here. It was you, that's Thaddeus.
Yeah.
And
Evelyn
Terhile and Evelyn that you guys went out to. Was it Uruku Market?
Urukum, yeah.
So would you tell me that a lot of people came shopping, or the market was dry? How was it like?
The market was very, very dry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the ambience, you discover that the voices behind
Yeah.
in the background are not much. You didn't notice.
Very well.
So
I was thinking maybe because it went out early. That
was
was
that
it.
early? So when do you go to market? Was
I
that
don't-
early?
It's
What
just-
time were you there?
11 to.
Exactly. Is that early for market?
Okay.
You
It's not
can
early.
Mmemshima, you want to believe that people are buying because
Well,
I tell you, market is dried and you're there.
I
saying-
don't know why I want to believe that people are buying, but I'm really surprised that the market was actually dried.
People must buy, but of course, not as much as they would if those prices were much lower than this.
That's
So
true.
for me, listening to this, I know that the market wasn't as busy as it would be.
Yeah,
just
that's
imagine
true.
even the cow area.
It's
it was very
yeah, that's
quiet.
Yeah, so listen
That's
again.
true.
No say cow they tie by tie. You understand? Well? Biggest cow they sell at 1 pound something. So the normal size they sell at like 800, 700. So that the normal size by now be that. So now it's you go figure it for your cow you need. But less than that, you know, go figure what you want. That's why, yeah.
So it's like there's no like 100,000 naira one.
No. 100,000 for cow is not there now.
So I like the way he laughed at it. That this guy, are you even serious?
It's like you are new to the country.
Yeah, you are JJC.
Yes.
How can you be asking
For that.
for 100,000 naira? But you see, the irony is the one that he's saying is 1 point something.
Yeah.
It was just 12 months ago, or less than 12 months ago, and it was just 100,000.
Yes.
So you can just imagine that
Hopefully,
kind of.
maybe he imported his food. If not, I don't understand why a cow would go for that outrageous amount. Just as
It's not about him. He's just telling you what's happening around.
that's true, actually. But just as I keep on saying, I still feel it's because of our patronage as Nigerians. That's why these prices. Yes, I seriously feel people are just adding this money unnecessarily because let's take for example here in Benue State. The time that bread was just skyrocketing and going up to 2,000 naira, when they started making, when the governor now started making our own BIPC bread. You could imagine that the whole thing went down. When they started making BIPC water, everything went down, you know, because they knew that someone has come to the market that is actually bringing these products down. So they had to like change their prices. So why do they have to wait for that? So but that's why.
What you see, the thing is, for the market forces, once there is a competition or perceived competition, either you slow down your production, you cut it if you can't cope with the cost. So prices of raw materials may be the same, but maybe one of the reasons why you can come and dominate the market is if you slash down your own price, as the case of BIPC bread and water. Others, if they keep saying cost of things this way and they sell at that price, they're going to have low patronage.
Exactly.
Except if BIPC
decides to
not decide, if BIPC cannot meet up demand. In which case, even as we speak, they are having issues with demand and supply.
Water,
because
right?
like water that we buy their water, and then for a long time they tell you they can't produce the bottled water. BIPC, if you're listening, they just step up. Of course, they should step up because you just go, you buy their water, and then you go there and you don't see, you know. So
I feel they're giving advantage to other products out there too.
Exactly, to hike. So that is how it works. And so what you are saying is if they can cut down their prices because there is a competitor, it means they would have cut down without that competitor.
Exactly.
I think that's what you are saying.
Exactly.
It may not necessarily work that way, but of course, perhaps, maybe that's how it will work for them. I don't know, but somebody needs to do something to be competitive. It happens everywhere. If, for instance, we're on air 247.
Yes.
If other radio stations feel that, okay, Speed FM is on air 247 and we must be, it's going to cost them a lot because they don't have solar system that we're using, for instance. They were not even designed. Their system cannot even run 24 hours. It wasn't designed like that from inception, so they can only overhaul their radio stations to be this way. So sometimes you begin to ask, is it worth it? because they have their own design. So market forces can't force everybody every time. But of course, I'm not here to say why people add prices. I have no idea. But of course, this time in Nigeria, major reason they've been giving is subsidy. Subsidy, everything subsidy. So if I go to the house, go to the garden now, and pluck some vegetables and I want to sell, I can say subsidy. Because to some extent, yes, everything has gone up. So if you're using electricity to pump water, to water them, to do anything, that is what it means.
That's
so
true.
it applies to almost everything, unfortunately. It's Extra Speed and it's King James YiYE here together with
Mmemshima King.
Atsea Terhile Thaddeus.
So Atsea Terhile Thaddeus is a student on attachment, and we're trying to keep him up to speed with radio. And so good morning, Mmemshima King, the radio queen. Good morning, Atsea Terhile. Good morning, King James, the radio wizard. Good morning, listeners across the globe. I wish I could join you in the studio someday. Well, that's Widipa. So we're bringing you market report. We promised we're going to do that. We are doing this. If you want to call on the WhatsApp, it's 0902 127 5464. That's 0902 127 5464. 0902 127 5464. We haven't got much time left, but Memshi, talk to maybe general categories of women. Some are well-to-do, some are just. So what should they do this Christmas? Maybe families.
Okay, for the mothers. Or
for the women.
The women. Okay, basically, it depends. You know your home and you know your husband. You know how he wants his thing done. So you just go for what would not cost the head of the house too much, because we have other things to do, like paying of school fees. So we can't come and cut our husband's head now for just the celebration and come next year and tell him that, honey, we need money for school fees and all of that. So we just have to just cut our coat according to our size this period. So
as I said when we began the show, the callers yesterday that I did, just to show that was a fun Extra Speed edition, and Mrs. Adejo, right?
Yes.
She actually said that, look, when it's time, this time of the year, my husband calls the kids and asks them, Christmas or school fees. And the children always choose school fees. That way, they have what they can have, and they still have what they can keep for school fees. So perhaps maybe families can start calling the kids, because it's a way. I think Dennis here actually said something like that, trying to bring up our kids up to speed with reality, because it's not going to get any better anyway. If they keep increasing your money, things will keep increasing on the market. So it's wants versus needs. Elementary economics that they taught us, wants versus needs. You choose them wisely. So it's time to say bye.
All right. Bye.
Catch you again as you count down to Christmas. Keep listening to As King Radio 98.5 Speed FM. We're here 247 and doing radio differently. See you again.
I'll let you guide me. Just stay beside me.